Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa 365's Face to Face. Now, we normally don't do very political issues on this particular thing, but we've done a few in the past, recent past, so as to say, of people leaving certain parties, joining certain parties and all. So today I thought I would call a person on our show who's been a very close friend of mine for many years, right from the time that I was posted in Margao and he was the chairperson of the Margao municipality. Though he says he's a congressman, I don't think anybody ever took him to be a congressman, looking at his rivalry with the then Congress MLA and now BJP MLA of Margao, former Chief Minister. Savio Coutinho. Savio, welcome to our show. I think this is the first time that you've come on this show.
Yes.
Face to face.
Yeah, thank you very
you've come for programs.
Yes, very much.
Savio, tell me, like, how did you suddenly, I don't say suddenly, probably is the wrong word, but like you decided like officially to be a congressman again, I think, for a long time. Since Youth Congress days, officially you've not really come out as a congressman, right?
In fact, it's not that I don't have any Congress this thing within me. I had been a congressman right from the earlier, in my childhood, in fact. And I was the Youth Congress Vice President.
Correct.
In the year 99-2000.
But that was your last official post in Congress, right?
Correct. So, and I left. But thereafter still we supported the Congress. In fact, when Digambar Kamath from BJP, he migrated to Congress in 2005. We were at the forefront supporting him.
Okay.
We could have dumped him that time itself. Yeah, but we supported him. Even in 2007, I supported him as a Congress without official listing as such. It was only in 2012 that I contested against him.
Okay.
Yeah, in assembly elections.
Correct.
And that there was a reason basically, because see, I had been elected through our ward, Kolmarad area, for 3 terms, and thereafter it was declared as a ladies. When Pratima contested in 2010, and she was the official Youth Congress Vice President of the party, and in spite of being that, her own is opposing her Chief Minister that time, that also. So, in spite of the Chief Minister being opposed to her candidature, somehow we managed to win because the people were with us.
But and you were closing of that term. You were a chairperson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so the subsequent elections, it was reserved for ladies, and she contested. And with that I contested in 2012. But in spite of that, even after that, 2017 and 2022 also, we have supported him. He should tell us whether we have opposed his during these elections.
Now it does not matter.
Exactly.
But you have been very close to the Naveli MLA and Naveli this. So you have been more involved with Naveli, right, or Margao?
No, even Margao. Okay. Naveli also campaigned for him when he was on Congress tickets as such. Whenever he contested, in brief period he was not there.
TMC now.
Yeah, not TMC, but one term he was not there. So at that time we have contested. MP elections we have contested. Supported that party. But this time, my joining basically was his exit. That is natural, and basically. Since 2016, for last 8 years, we have been functioning under the Shadow Council, raising so many issues, and bringing the facts before the people. And after Digambar Kamath left the party, I started getting requests from the party as well, from the Congress party leaders, that since we are doing so much of work activities, why not join? Because finally the motive is the same, and but my only concern among our team members, Shadow Council team members, were like that our activities, whatever we are doing for Margao, should not be curtailed, because then certain factors play into that. To which the party leadership assured me, like, on the contrary, our issues, the genuine issues that we take up, will get further strengthened. So on that assurance, basically, I said, okay, why not? We discussed.
Because you have a party label behind.
Exactly.
You know, national party
definitely.
That's
definitely.
because of
Correct.
you're talking like
exactly.
that, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Now see, okay, I was going to ask you this, but you preempted it. Now what's going to happen to Shadow Council?
Well, shadow council activities will go on.
No, but as shadow council, you are out. You cannot be convener of. Can you?
No,
I'm just saying technicalities.
No, there may be certain issues which may not be able to be addressed through the party.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Now, see, you are convener of I don't know, but you were at least convener of shadow council.
Correct.
Now, can you be still be the convener of shadow council and also be a Congress person? Because I'm sure you'll be accommodated in some committee or now soon enough. So, how will that be a conflict of interest?
No,
I'm just saying
it should not be a conflict of interest because finally we are taking bringing up genuine issues.
Part of shadow council as convener of shadow council.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not? I have to continue basically in that because our team, in fact, this was the basic point that we were always discussing, like before my entry. Like that. And to that also, many agreed that we have to continue with whatever we are doing for the city. Like,
No, but I'm not saying that you're not going to continue. What I'm saying is, are you going to be heading that also?
Yeah, definitely.
Assume, now being a devil's advocate here, I know here people sometimes is very devil's advocate. Assume you become the block president of the Congress in Margao. Then what?
Basically, as far as block president, that is out of question because we are planning to form a block altogether different one. Some other people will be heading it. We are going to form a strong block.
In Margao or Naveli?
Margao. Yeah. In fact, we already started identifying members for the block.
But Savio, how many years you've been in politics now? 15, 20 years? You know how dynamic politics is. You can never say, no, I'm planning something else.
No. We are very much serious in building up the organization in Margao. In fact, I have committed myself also to the party leadership. Like that, it will be my goal to ensure that the right people are brought on the block so that they are vocal enough to raise issues and to lead the organization.
A lot of Congress people, congressmen in Margao, right?
See, Margao itself was a Congress bastion at one time. Babu Naik time. Exactly. Very strong. And in fact, before joining, I visited several houses, several people across Margao. And the moment I mentioned that I am officially joining Congress, I could see that sparkle in their eyes. They were so happy. Like some were literally crying. I am not exaggerating. Actually crying. And these tears were not, as I said, were not for Savio joining Congress, but it was for the party. That I saw in them, and that basically makes me go ahead strongly with the party in Margao.
But the BJP also is pretty strong in Margao, right? Or is it not? I don't know. No. What is it? Is it Digambar as a person who was, who's like unbeatable, or Digambar as a part of the BJP? What is the scene? Explain to us. Because to me, Margao is very complicated.
Exactly, it is complicated and very interesting also.
That's why it makes it interesting.
See, the thing is, Digambar has certain sort of strategies. When he is in the Congress, he has more friends closer in the BJP. And when he is in the BJP, he has more people in the Congress. This is what he follows. And his basic this thing is like that. Suppose he is contesting on a Congress ticket, he will contact all the BJP leaders and ask them to help him. And he will, on the contrary, tell them, see, you don't have to support me, but you don't come out. Don't campaign. Don't go out to campaign. Don't campaign. So that's how he does. And same thing he does like this. So now that he was in Congress for quite some time, he naturally has got people friendly to him. Like, so now we have to convince our people in Margao, the congressmen, who have got certain ties with him, to not to fall prey to this type of things that he may eventually try again. And this is what we intend.
But it's not going to be easy because he's a he's a seasoned politician. He's been chief minister, he's been MLA, he's been controlling your council for so long. What is the thing?
Finally, there has to be an end to something. And I see the end here in 27. I am very confident with that. In fact, we want to tap the conscience of every people. It is not only as far as congressmen are concerned, but across. We want to tap their conscience and make them realize how Margao is decaying. Sorry, I have to say it, Margao is decaying. Certain areas, except for maybe Ake and Komba, the demography is sort of intact. But if you go to places like Sirwade area, Chinchal, Kalkonde, certain places like, and if you move around, it's pathetic basically. And what is the reason?
What do you mean?
And even in the heart of the city, first of all.
Explain.
Yeah, means there are no proper roads. You don't feel that you are in the city. You are part of the city.
Okay.
Like that. He has enjoyed so many positions, right up to the chief minister. He could have done wonders, but nothing. And when we, for last quite a number of years, when we have started digging up on issues, we realize that every project that has come in, a big project maybe, which has been planned in Margao, has not come up without any vested interest. He has to have some vested interest only then.
I think the media also has to is at fault at this, because even till today there is hardly any coverage besides you all taking up Shadow Council taking up issues. The media hardly covers any of the issues which are actually plaguing Margao. See, when were you the chairperson?
Last 2010.
2010. So in 2010 I was in Margao, right?
Correct.
So that time the traffic, those petrol pumps inside, the
exactly.
parking,
Correct.
all these things were from that time, and I remember.
Correct. Same thing. Same issues. Same issues.
What has changed? What has changed in Margao? Margao, like
exactly.
I get very scared to drive to Margao.
That's the reason
What
I
is the
said
thing?
that Margao is decaying after having this person for last 29 years. It's not a short period.
As MLA?
Yes,
And
94
Chief Minister of 5 years.
for 5 years. Then Urban Development Ministry also he had at some point of time.
Power.
Exactly. So all these things, in spite of enjoying all these positions, what Margao has got eventually? Nothing. So this is what we want to tap from the conscious people of Margao. Secondly, we will also appeal. See, he has got certain advisors, prominent people, who always come to his rescue at the time of elections. They play a very important role in convincing people and all. So we want to make them also realize that all these years you all have been supporting him. And as if to say that there was no other alternative. I mean, this is the final conclusion that they come up with. Who is the alternative? I mean, they don't allow anybody to think also that there is an alternative. That sort of situation comes up. So these people also require to be tapped and made them to realize how Margao is suffering on account of that.
I will not name names, but these are the people who basically control Margao today, right? The same people you are talking about.
Exactly.
So don't you think that would be like an almost impossible task?
No. See,
besides that, he's also got the help of God. So how is he going to shake him? It's not so easy.
See, when I joined, in fact, we have said, with the blessings of the same gods who were invoked and were deceived, with their blessings, we are planning to have the success in Margao.
But it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. That's why. But that much of time we have got. It is not just we have got 6 months or something. 27 is far ahead.
4 years. 3-4 years.
Right. So we have got lots of time to plan out our things. We plan out to have sort of vocal groups in every ward. We want to reorganize all the frontal organizations. It may be Mahila, it may be Youth Congress. Even the students unit we are planning to have in Margao.
But your party itself today is not very, there is not much of a cohesion, what they do, what they don't do. At least now a little bit of they have started getting vocal. So now is the party going to back you when they do that? Because last moment I've seen that, there's always some shaking and...
somehow I am confident they will back me up. Because we have spoken.
Has anything changed? Is the center more interested in Goa? Earlier they used to take it for granted. Has anything changed? Because right now I don't see at least.
No, definitely.
I'm talking for myself. I don't see much.
Definitely there is going to be a change. In fact, the party, the way I see, are trying to tap people in all constituencies, not only in Margao as such. And this probably will get the required change in Goa. That I am sure.
But that consistency, that stability, will it be there, or it's going to be like today X, tomorrow Y?
Tomorrow so for that purpose, like all of us, now since I am inside, even my role is there.
Correct.
To contribute to the party.
Absolutely.
So which we will do. And like this, so if from each constituency you get such people, then party will definitely grow strong. And moreover, when people have started realizing the effects of the government in power at present, how the situation is at this point of time. So this, secondly, when we come again back to Margao, see, I don't want that the fight in Margao, the electoral fight in Margao, to be limited to Margao only.
Okay.
I want that it has to be a state fight.
Okay.
In the sense that the entire state, the people of the entire state should focus on Margao for one simple reason. What has happened? Today, the economy of the state, why it has been in shambles today? Mining, closure of mining. Who is responsible for that? Because you have allowed, when you were the minister, you have allowed mining like just haphazard thing, like anything, anywhere you could dig, anywhere you could extract mines. And finally what happened? Entire thing was closed and all the people are in trouble. And same thing in Margao also we are seeing. So that's the reason, like, we want to, and when we say state, even as far as the party is concerned, Congress party's state, on account of whom? On account of this person, who the party had so much of faith that they gave him the best of positions. Even the last leader of opposition position also he was given. But
and basically in the last election he was the main guy. I know that Girish was supposed to be the president, but I can say it pretty openly, and I have told Girish also that the main advisor to the Congress party to Girish was
exactly
before the last elections also.
Even the advisor for overtaking was who? because he expected that there may be more than 20.
And become chief minister.
Yeah, so when you are more than 20, somebody should not run away. So because of others that vote was taken, but finally he only received it.
No, but okay,
and secondly, see, party, when I'm talking of how party has sort of held him on the highest this thing, is that right from the time, if you go back, like right from the time Manohar Parrikar was not well, his serious condition was known. From that time he had started lobbying with the BJP.
To
join. And this was national media also, everybody knew that. But in spite of that, the party had full trust in him. And they still continued with him. But what the party got in return is...
Well, who is foolish now?
Yeah, that's what. So, but finally, see, you can fool somebody sometime, everybody sometime, but not everybody every time. So, I see that this is the end. I can go one step ahead, that the manner in which we are going to function for this coming period, a point may come, you may laugh at this statement of mine, a point may come where BJP themselves may feel that he is not eligible for a ticket.
That I don't know, but I don't know. But I think your party, not only even at the, forget about the central level, even at the state level, even the president and the committee, they trusted him fully, and they thought that he would win the elections, despite what the surveys and whatever a lot of the media has spoken about. Despite that, the party thought that everything was done. That's
what they had full confidence in. See, if you go to say, like, see, even so many there's core issues that the entire state was fighting for, is double tracking, then all this coal handling, all that stuff. If you see, like, now double tracking, have you seen one agitation happening in Margao? The railway track passes through
Margao, correct. I was about to ask.
Did he organize any such protest after having such a cloud? He could have paralyzed the entire system. But he goes and stands in Chandor on the railway tracks. And who gets cases? The activists.
Locals.
The activists get cases slapped on them. So this is the thing.
Okay, now moving little bit out of politics. See, Margao has always been known as the financial capital. The administrative capital may be Panjim and whatever now, Porvorim. But Margao has always been known as the financial capital of Goa.
Correct.
But today, for example, if many of the Goans there, they own offices, they own shops, they own businesses, but nothing seems to be working in Margao. What is it? Why is the economic situation so bad in Margao?
So today the establishment owners, the shopkeepers, they are suffering because there is no parking place, there is no place to move, first of all, through the city. And how are people going to come and get business? Now on the periphery of Margao, there are bigger shops coming there, and people prefer to go there and peacefully. Patoda on the contrary has developed much more. Borda area, if you go to say the Borda line, even the real estate, the value, the rates as far as real estate is concerned is more.
Why is that? Why Margao is
because Margao has the roads are getting encroached by all these hawkers and all that stuff. First he allows them, and then he talks about rehabilitation. And then he says that Maka Podar Adevanaka. Like that. So this is not fair. No? You are allowing the city to decay. You plan it properly. The ring road.
Sorry to interrupt, but I remember when you were the chairperson, when I was in Margao, we were talking about the petrol pumps.
Correct.
They were supposed to be shifted,
out of the city.
Payments had to be
Correct,
done.
correct.
But I think now it's like 15 years.
Yeah, more than that.
15 years and
Right.
Still nothing has happened.
nothing
Everything
has
is
happened.
still the same. Parking,
Exactly.
your parking project is
Then-
supposed to come. Now
correct,
I heard you are
correct.
building one skyscraper with a
Not the skyscraper.
with a restaurant on top
Yeah,
and all that.
That's
What's
what.
that?
So the the thing is, neither does he do any come up with any project, nor does he allow others to sort of come up with any project. When in 2009-10, when I was the chairperson, my priority was parking this thing, because we had land. It's not that we had to acquire land.
Correct.
We had the old fish market, the old bus stand, and even the pickup stand.
Correct.
So, but the old fish market and the old bus stand belonged to us, to the municipality, I meant to say. And Joki Alema was the minister, urban development minister. I took all my exactly. So I took all my councillors and met Joki Alema, and he assured that he would give 20 crores that time for both the projects.
Which was enough, I think.
100% enough at that time. And I asked him again, because I know the politics in Margao. I asked him again second time, are you sure? Should I start this thing? He said 100%, you go ahead. We invited expression of interest for our planning and all that. After that, we receive a letter from G. Suda saying that we cannot sanction the funds, and as such to stop this thing. Then we took another resolution. Okay, you cannot sanction us the fund. We took a resolution saying that chalo, we are giving our land, you do it. What happened? Nothing.
But why?
Because he doesn't want anybody to get credit out of it. See, these projects are not 1 year projects. It takes quite a planning itself will take 1 or 2 years. By that time, he only would have laid the foundation stone and he only would have inaugurated if he had interest. But he doesn't want somebody else's initiative to come. The same project, for that matter, 2015, the foundation stone was laid.
With the parking.
The parking at fish market, and that time it had 112. I have the plan also here. Okay. 112 parking slots, car parking slots. Okay. Today's plan we find there are 70.
Why the cars have become less in Margao?
I don't know, but cars have become bigger much. That's why the slots have become. And to add to that, they talk about a restaurant on top. In this old plan of 2015, one floor, that is the 5th floor, was kept for municipality.
But why 5th floor? Today with the normal, you can go up to 12 floors also. No?
Exactly. So if they wanted, they could have a special zone also for it. For other private this thing, we all increase special commercial zone. So why the government project should not have special commercial?
It's easier for government.
Exactly.
The way it is the plan.
Plus, in the land here at the old fish market was much bigger. 10-meter road he has given a builder there of this and reduced the actual available land. So like that. Then earlier also, it is not that there are no more interesting stories. Every time he comes up with a sort of a story, a dream for Margao. Vision for Margao. I remember more than 10-15 years back, he had one project identification committee. He formed one committee, project identification committee, where he had planned 3 flyovers.
Where?
One near State Bank, one near Loyola High School there.
Okay. But flyovers, why there near Loyola and all?
To ease the traffic congestion and all. I don't know how he.
How, yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, but these were planned. Where are they? Even the flyover which is much needed at Komba railway crossing.
That one you need.
That also. Now last time he said that September they are going to start the work. Till now it has not started.
Now we are in like end of October.
Yeah. Now ring road, ring road from Kolba road up to Damodar College is completed. From Damodar College to Apollo Hospital, Victor Hospital, this stretch is pending, which is part of Margao. Now every time he says that it's being done. Now recently, just 2 days back, he says that certain area, Nasinelata, those where there are some hutments and all, he has got approval for an elevated bridge.
Yeah, I heard.
At that point. And the houses will remain down. Yeah. But I can't understand whether the spans of the bridge are going to be airlifted and placed there. how will the
You are civil, right?
exactly that's what I'm wondering now. I in fact want to ask some senior engineers also how this is possible to have the houses down, the hutments down, and the bridge on top. Whether the spans will be airlifted and placed there somewhere. So this type of dreams he gives people.
But I mean, but you Morgokar, you believe the dream. Yeah. So
No, that's
why is he to be faulted?
Correct. So
now, Sosdo, I remember during that time, Sosdo.
Correct.
Now this, I was just checking out the stories, some of the stories that I had filed at that time.
Yeah.
It's a repeat.
Same,
We're going to do
same.
this, we're going to do. What?
Nothing is happening.
I
That's
don't
what.
understand.
So also twice he sabotaged all this thing. First
Yeah.
time when Comex we had
First
set up,
time, yeah.
free of cost.
Free, and they were
Exactly, they were supposed to pay us from the 7th year,
Yeah.
and they had, in fact, that time there was a smaller hill of waste.
Yeah, it was much
They had cleared, and they had raised the ground level sort of. They stopped them saying that they are extracting a gold mine.
But then somebody else to clean it was paid crores of rupees.
That's what. Thereafter, crores of rupees was just paid to lift it and dump it somewhere else,
Yeah.
to shift it.
Yeah.
And the second time when I became the chairperson, again we started initiated the tender process for setting up of a plant.
Yes.
And what he did, he came with his high power committee, high power coordination committee, where chief minister, and sabotaged the whole system. And the company that was not qualifying, he handed over the
See,
decision to them.
the funny part is garbage today, as you said, can be gold because people will take it
100%,
free. But
exactly.
here in Goa, it's not only in Margao. In Goa, we feel it looks as if the government doesn't want to
Correct.
give garbage to anybody.
I'll give
They want
you-
to pay people crores and crores of money for clearing the
see,
garbage.
today's day, the Margao Municipal Council is spending 1.5 crores per month
Why?
for on waste handling. See, they have got two agencies for door-to-door waste collection. 48 lakhs goes there. Then we have got fixed workers of municipality.
Correct.
We have got daily wage workers. We have got bailing workers. Then their transportation, fuel cost, everything.
Yeah.
So if you add up all that, it comes to 1.5 crores. And what happens? The waste gets accumulated in the shed, and then it goes for remediation for another crore, several crores of rupees. And High Court also is giving them permissions for this. Three times remediation is happening of segregated waste.
Which is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It's not technically
Exactly.
correct, but
Secondly, now the dry waste. One agency, Clinton was, you may be knowing.
Yeah, from Banana.
Yeah, exactly. Now he is handling dry waste of municipality free of cost. Can you imagine this?
I know, man, so many people who have even spoken to us, they're saying, no, we'll take the garbage free.
Correct,
But
exactly.
the government is not,
Not-
government
exactly.
is not willing to
Yeah.
talk to us.
So,
That's what they say.
and if he's even handling for some other panchayats, but the waste, the dry waste that reaches him from the Margao Municipal Council, there are no recyclables at all. In spite of that, he is managing. Because basically, from the recyclables, you earn certain
You
amount.
can do something.
And not only that, he even is transporting this dry waste to the cement factories or wherever at his cost or whatever cost, maybe I don't know who is paying. But here the government is paying to transport to the cement factories.
Okay, I think, Savio, we are like out of time. This garbage thing of Margao, we have to discuss. I
Right.
will bring you back
Yeah.
soon, now with this way. Because this garbage in Goa is ridiculous. And if we do not manage to get people to professionally use it, we cannot just keep on
Correct.
dumping it and
Exactly.
forgetting about it. And it
Correct.
keeps on increasing
That's
mountains and mountains of garbage because there's garbage everywhere. So
No,
thanks.
it is basically wealth out of waste what is happening.
Correct.
Correct.
Absolutely. Now, why this
Yeah.
is not being given to professionals? Oh, why? Whether it's being given or not? We'll
No,
discuss this.
they are making wealth out of our waste. This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully Margao politics becomes a little interesting because I think for the past few days it was not very interesting. There's a lot of internal politics, but ultimately there was one big cheese. Now maybe there will be some
Definitely.
options, some oppositions. We'll see how Margao works because Margao for Goa is very important. Thanks a lot, Savio.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks also for doing.
And keep watching Goa 365.